Alright guys, second video for the day. I've actually filmed these in a different order. So this is technically my third recording, but the second one you'll see. CNN Acosta's Trump had a mental breakdown. He was out of control, ranting and raving. It's like my last video. I just did a little bit of ranting and raving myself, so my voice is a little sore. But anyway, Monday on CNN's front, the network White House correspondent Jim Acosta accused President Trump of out of control, ranting and raving. He was out of control. And of course, you know, CNN is the most trusted news source. It's without CNN, guys, I don't know where we would ever be without CNN. They are the most trusted name in news. Did you not know that? It's even in their tagline. God, and if it's there, it's got to be true. Now, Acosta said, I have to tell you, the biggest meltdown I've ever seen from the President of the United States in my career. I don't think a reasonable person could watch what we just saw our last hour and conclude the President is in control. Okay, so interesting. Let's just listen to, obviously, CNN. It goes for 2 minutes. And then we actually have Trump doing the video they put up. And we'll see if Trump is ranting and raving and out of control. But let's see.
Right, as he was, the question came to him. Look, you've got groups of governors in the West, groups of governors in the Northeast, right? Governors that represent, 60% of the people in this country who have been known to be infected, more than 60% of the people who have known to have died of this virus. So the president is obviously angry at that.
That's right, Aaron, and I have to tell you, that is the biggest meltdown I have ever seen from a president of the United States in my career. I don't think a reasonable person could watch what we just saw over the last hour and conclude that the president is in control. He sounds like he is out of control, and he was ranting and raving for the better part of the last hour during that news conference. As John King was just saying, he's claiming that he has authorities that he doesn't have. The Constitution does not give the president of the United States total authority, and I thought it was very illuminating that Vice President Mike Pence got up there at the podium and described the president's authority as plenary or absolute. That is not the case. That is a fact check false. But getting to your question, Aaron, I mean, I do think to some extent the president is realizing that the walls are closing in on him when it comes to managing this crisis. He ignored the severity of this crisis for a couple of months, and now he is trying to seize control over the situation as governors are going off on their own and coming up with their own plans. And one very important thing to keep in mind, Aaron, throughout all of this, and that is one of the most trusted people in America right now, Dr. Anthony Fauci, despite the fact that he had to fall on his sword a little bit during that press briefing, he is talking to these governors individually. He is getting on the phone with these governors periodically from time to time and helping them formulate these reopening plans of their own. And so to some extent, top public health officials and governors are working around the president for precisely the reason that we just saw unfold in front of our very eyes over the last hour, and that is the president doesn't sound like he's in control on multiple levels, Aaron.
Now, so that's what they're claiming, right? Here's the press briefing here. So,
thank you very much.
Now, they're claiming, now if we go back to here.
Governors, as governors are going off on false. And he was ranting and raving.
Now, I'm just going to say this for a start. Jim Acosta is the one ranting here, right? His whole monologue here goes for almost 2 minutes of him just blabbering, blah, 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 right?
Hour and conclude that the
so here he is saying here.
What we just saw over the last hour and conclude that the president is in control.
Now, for the last hour, right, the president's not in control, right? So, now, if we go through and we listen to this.
Said that.
Just move.
Yeah, but you know what happened. They didn't want to spend the money. Oil
Friday program.
I'll give you a legal brief if you want.
And then quickly created an
president
appropriate people on the task force oil industry.
Vision of your presidency.
Told us this could be. President.
Should guidelines be, would they fit each area? Or I believe they're doing that.
Councils or tasks.
It country.
I don't know about you guys, but I haven't seen any ranting, raving, out of controlness.
North Dakota, we're not
low and high throughput.
Thank you. Thank you. Say for him. I don't have to give him instructions. These are very sophisticated people. These are the.
I don't know. I can't see ranting or raving. Jim Acosta saying here he was out of control, ranting and raving, had a meltdown. I don't know about you guys, but
Less than 2 hours.
I can't see
Participating
a meltdown. Where was the meltdown?
Pandemic to
increase the
metro air platforms, which HIV.
we talked about racing when you.
Can someone see a meltdown here? Maybe I'm missing it.
States. And if they do need ventilators, John, we've got almost 10,000 that are ready to rock. We have people standing with those. Now, I don't think that's going to work. It's not going to have any impact.
I don't know. I can't see a ranting or raving or meltdown or anything like that. I can see a ranting and raving when it comes to Jim Acosta. He was ranting a lot on that last segment. But I can't see Trump ranting or raving or having a meltdown. Maybe I'm missing it. Maybe I can't see it. Maybe I'm blind, or maybe Jim Acosta's full of shit. Who knows? But at the end of the day, it's just, I can't seem to find this meltdown that he supposedly had. It's like CNN is full of shit. It really is. Now, at the end of the day, obviously I'm being facetious here. Obviously we know they're full of shit, right? But it just goes to show you the narrative that CNN is trying to push. He's a madman. He's out of control. Well,
Around.
I'm just
to be safe. We wanted to be safe, and they rose to this.
Comment.
But just
we keep the
accommodate that on that.
U.S. mail.
They're really doing
We're working with doing.
We'll get.
Let me let.
I can't see it. I really can't see it. But if you do want a really good example of the CNN having a meltdown, this is gold. Here's CNN having a meltdown. So
Back onto.
Trump went through and he had a press briefing. I believe it was yesterday, so it's not on their website just yet. But here's the press briefing here. And during that, he went through and he showed a little bit of a video. And we've got the video here because the mainstream media had a meltdown so much they actually cut the video. We're not kidding you. They actually terminated the feed. But let's jump into it.
The reason we're here, which is the success we're having. Okay? Please, you could put it on. Thank you.
People should be more concerned right now with the flu in this country.
A lot of people are concerned about the coronavirus because they're hearing a lot of news about it right now. But the reality is, comparing it to the flu, for example, it's not even close to being at that stage.
What if it is worse? Is this a moment where maybe countries put politics aside, a little bit of pride aside, and do we have U.S. officials? Should U.S. professionals such as yourself get involved?
How worried should Americans be about coronavirus?
Coronavirus is not going to cause a major issue in the United States.
Well, we've asked them to accelerate whatever they're doing in terms of a vaccine.
We will be suspending all travel from Europe to the United States for the next 30 days. To unleash the full power of the federal government in this effort today, I am officially declaring a national emergency. Medicare patients can now visit any doctor by phone or video conference at no additional cost.
The first 1 million masks will be available immediately.
As there were more cases, and it was clear that it was spreading out of China, where it originated, the president took this move that he was widely criticized for by Democrats and even some Republicans at the time, which was he halted a number of flights from China into the U.S. The idea was to halt the spread of the disease, keep transmissions to a minimum. He was accused of xenophobia. He was accused of making a racist move. At the end of the day, it was probably effective because it did actually take a pretty aggressive measure against the spread of the virus.
His team is on it. They've been responsive late at night, early in the morning, and they've thus far been doing everything that they can do, and I want to say thank you, and I want to say that I appreciate it.
He returns calls. He reaches out. He's been proactive. We got that Mercy ship down here in Los Angeles. That was directly because he sent it down here. 2,000 medical units came to the state of California, these FMS, these field medical stations, and that's been very, very helpful.
The president has been outstanding through all this. The vice president's been outstanding. Members of the coronavirus task force, very responsive.
We had asked if we could have, New Jersey could have access to a piece of the beds that are on the USNS Comfort, and the president came back, called me a few minutes before I walked in here to say indeed they would grant that to New Jersey. So that's a big step for us in addition to all the other capacity. That news is literally hot off the press. And I thank the president and vice president who are on the call together.
President Trump approved Arizona's request for a presidential major disaster declaration. I want to thank the president for a quick turnaround. We requested this on a Wednesday, and we had approval by Saturday morning. And we are grateful to the administration for their continued support and responsiveness.
Well, first of all, I want to thank the president and the vice president for doing a really good job of communicating with all the governors.
So as you can imagine, that did not go down well. In fact, it went down very, very badly. CNN actually went through and cut the feed halfway through it. And I believe we have the video here. Now, obviously, I've got to give credit to Mark Dice, who's actually got this recording. But let's see. I'm pretty sure this is the part.
Halfway through the video, both CNN and MSNBC dropped the feed to immediately start complaining about it. Of course, they couldn't wait till the press conference was over. They literally dropped the feed halfway through President Trump's montage.
We are going to avoid airing any more of this White House briefing. What we just saw, I want to be very clear with viewers, was a video the White House put out which suggests they are spending their precious time right now making videos that defend the president's record and tenure rather than...
So yeah, obviously guys, if you're not subscribed to Mark Dice, I'm presuming most of you are, please go give him a follow. He does some really, really good videos. But yeah, like I say, at the end of the day, it's the media is just literally, the media has lost it right now. They've lost all credibility. They've lost all the support, and they don't seem to understand that it's this stuff, this here. Trump had a meltdown. He was out of control. Really? Because when we watched the video,
bipartisan.
I can't see a meltdown.
No cases, no deaths. I'm supposed to close up the United States of America when I have no cases.
You didn't close it down in the middle of March. Should you have closed it down earlier?
I closed down
question.
from
It's not
China.
about January.
Excuse me. I closed it down from China. And by the way, some people think I should have waited longer and maybe ridden it out. I disagree with.
Like, he's just talking to reporters there. You want to claim that he was maybe aggressive? Maybe, but I don't know. I don't see a meltdown here. I see a man who's constantly being berated by the mainstream media, who has to go out in front of them every day and answer questions, and knows that it's going to be full of shit. It's going to be twisted. But if you want to talk about anybody having a rant...
Sounds like he is out of control. And
Jim
he was
Acosta,
ranting and raving for the better part of the...
talking for 2 minutes, virtually, about Orange Man bad. That, to me, seems like he's ranting and raving. But, I don't know. But, yeah, it's It's funny how the media is carrying on right now. It is literally clown world. But guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Personally, I've lost all credibility with mainstream media. I really have. I can't stand them. I can't stand them in Australia. I just know they're full of it. And this is supposedly people that we're supposed to turn to in a crisis. Well, good luck with that. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. As many of people have said in the past, a guy sitting in a study with a red panda avatar seems to do a better job of breaking down the news than the media does. Let me know what your thoughts are in that comment section below. Guys, apart from that, obviously this will be the second video. Third video will be going up after this. It's already been recorded, but I'm putting it up third. But guys, yeah, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. And apart from that, guys, I'll see you in the next Nonpartisan video from YouTube. Have a great day and enjoy.